All right. I'm not gonna be on here long because I'm mad. Um, I'm mad. I'm mad, and I'm mad. Shawn Michaels, y'all just gonna have to deal. If I start hollering, y'all gonna have to deal. Y'all need to turn y'all headphones down. Um, y'all gonna have to deal with me being mad right now because I'm upset. Um, as much as I appreciate what Shawn Michaels has been able to do lately for the roster, this right here was a terrible decision. And I'm gonna get to it in just a second once I get all of the infographics downloaded because they didn't have everything up the last time that I was looking for it, and they had everything up today, and I just didn't get it. I hope I'm on the right channel this time and not on my makeup page. I think I'm on the right channel. Yeah, I'm on the right channel. I don't feel like doing top commenter of the day because I don't care. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. There are a few things that I will accept when it comes to wrestling. I understand that storylines are a big part of it. I understand that there are things that have to be done to move things forward. But this was unnecessary. It was an unnecessary redrop to Dominic. You shouldn't have given the belt back. That was a piss poor mistake. Number two, if you was gonna do all this rigmarole, you didn't have to give Trick the belt in the first fucking place. Okay? Now, what really pisses me off is you ain't got no reason as to why you've done this. And even if somehow it makes fucking sense later on down the road, it still don't matter. It was a piss poor decision because it didn't have to happen this way. You wasted a golden opportunity with Trick Williams already being over. And as over as that man is right now, your ass revert back to your stupidity once again and put us back in this fucking limbo shit with bum ass Dominic and that damn evil fucking elf, dark elf looking bitch you keep running on my fucking nerves. Y'all pissing me off. Okay? Now don't get me wrong. Shawn Michaels always have a method to his madness, which I probably will later on be like, okay, I understand, but I'm still mad. I don't give a fuck about none of what y'all talking about. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about it's a story. I don't want to hear nothing about we got to see where it goes. No, we don't, because it didn't even have to go here. And if you're talking about this was done to break up Trick and Melo, didn't have to do that either, because the mere fact that Carmelo lost his title was enough to cause dissension between them. You already proved that with the man standing out there with the championship. Now you gonna do a rematch. Let's say they do a rematch at Halloween Havoc. For what? You could have just let him keep his championship. You could have let him keep his fucking championship. What are you trying to prove with the Judgment Day? It took all of them for him to retain his championship. It took the whole crew for Dominic Mysterio to retain his championship. Once again, negating the fact that he had a match 2 weeks ago. Was it not last week with Dragon Lee? Didn't need no help then to retain his championship. I'm confused. Am I missing something? Why did you give this man this title only to give it back to him, what, 3 days later? Has it been 3 days?
You won a Saturday.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days. Why? Why did you do this? Put all of us, and then this is the thing. This is what really makes me mad. Whole crowd is behind you, right? Even in Bakersfield, California, the whole crowd was behind you. Don't get me wrong. I fully understand when a heel needs to be a heel, but bitch, you could have just not given him the fucking championship. Your bald-headed ass is getting on my nerves. You and Triple H are getting on my goddamn nerves. Can't trust you farther than we could throw you. We give you an inch, you take a fucking mile. And I don't understand it. I really don't get it. I'm not understanding or processing what the fuck is going on here. Because you put us through all this bullshit for what? For what? So Trick can have a couple days as champion and then he drop it. Now we gotta suffer, and I say that with my whole chest. Now we gotta fucking suffer through Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio running around with championships, probably until next year. We have to suffer through this shit. Because I guarantee you, there ain't no more pay-per-views between now until the Iron Survivor Challenge, which is at deadline. That's on December 9th, if I recall. Let me double check. Make sure I get it right. Let me look. There it is. December 9th. Deadline is the next pay-per-view for NXT. Next big PLE. They're going to be in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Okay? The next TV PLE is going to be Halloween Havoc, and that's a 2-night event. That's going to be at the PC. Okay, say you defend the championship at Halloween Havoc. Then you gain it back for what? For what are we doing? What's going on here? I'm thoroughly confused. I don't understand what happened between Saturday and right now. For y'all, if this was the plan from the beginning, what sense did it make? What sense did it make to give Trick Williams the championship Saturday only to have him drop it this Tuesday? What sense do it make? I need to fully understand that. All this mess, Jay need to pin Rhea clean in less than 4 minutes. Period. Period. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I don't care. I don't care about nothing that nobody else is talking about. I don't care because this was some bullshit. There's no way to explain this and it makes sense. There's no way to explain it. And usually I'm the one who explains it, but there's no way to explain this and make it make sense. Make it make sense. There's no way to explain this and it makes sense. There is no way. I'm gonna move on because it ain't even gonna it's not even gonna be worth our time no more because it just ain't. So disappointed. Anyway, happy thoughts. The NXT Women's Breakout Tournament started today. Kaylani had her match with Izzy. What's the name? Dane. Izzy Dane.
Something like that.
Izzy Dane went up against Kaylani. Kaylani advanced. I told y'all that Kaylani was going to advance. Now, more than likely, Carmen Petrovic going up against Jada Parker. Like I said last week. Well, like I said yesterday, Carmen probably gonna beat Jada. Lola is gonna beat Danny Palmer. I don't see Danny Palmer beating her. And between Jakara and Ariana, honestly, it can go either way. But I feel like WWE is going with Ariana Grace, and she's gonna beat Jakara. And then, because Lash might be in her corner, but I don't see Jakara beating Ariana Grace. And they really mixed up the stuff because they could have made it really obvious that it was gonna be heels versus faces. But you got a lot of mixed bags here. We don't know what could really happen with Carmen and Jada. And we're not sure how this could work out with Ariana and Jakara because both of them seem to be heels. You do have a face versus heel with Lola and Danny, but Kaylani and Izzy, unless you've seen Izzy wrestle, you really don't have much to go on when it comes to those two either. And it just so happened that Kaylani bested Izzy in this tournament and she advanced, which I told y'all she would. My pick for this match between Jakara and Ariana, I'm gonna go with Ariana. I think Ariana's gonna best Jakara. Lola's gonna be Danny, and I think Carmen is gonna advance over Jada. Then you're gonna have Carmen and Lola, Kaylani and Ariana, and then it's probably gonna, if it comes down to Kaylani, then it's gonna be Lola. If it comes down to Ariana, it could still come down to Lola, and then Ariana could be her. So I'm gonna leave it at Ariana and Lola are gonna advance to the finals, and it'll be them two. Either way, Lola probably is gonna be the winner of this tournament. I just have the sneaking suspicion that that's the way it's gonna be. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. When does it start? Today. It started today. If you didn't see it, you missed it. It started today. First match of the tournament was today. I'm spitting mad. Why the fuck did they do trick like that? Don't know. Can't tell you. I generally don't have no explanation for that. And I don't want to explain it because it's not fair and it's not for me to explain if that makes sense. Because I shouldn't have to explain it because Trick should still be champion right now. Simple as that. I shouldn't have to explain it. If you were gonna do what you did, you shouldn't have dropped the title to him in the first place. Tyler Bate and Butch went up against Gallus today. They won. Gallus attacked them, and then Ridge Holland came out to even the odds. More than likely next week, they probably will have a six-man tag team match, or they may opt to wait and hold out until Halloween Havoc and fill up Halloween Havoc with a six-man tag team match. Either way, it seems that that's where it's headed. That these six men will be competing in a match together. I don't know what the fuck be going on with Joe Coffey's hair, but he's a weirdo. I've just come to the realization that he is a weirdo. Plain and simple. Now Gigi and Blair seem to be enthralled in fighting each other, and it ain't letting up. As the Blair came out to her entrance, if you call it an entrance, Gigi attacked her. Now Gigi took her out and they was fighting, and Gigi ended up getting the win. The referee counted it. Blair want to get all in her feelings because Gigi got the win over her, but girl, you lost. If it was the other way around, you would be sitting up there cheesing and smiling. So, bitch, figure it out. It's the only way I can explain it. There was a match between JC, Thea, Lola, and Electra. I still don't understand people's obsession with Lola. I don't get it. I'm trying to understand it. I'm watching it. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, she's a average bitch in the ring. If you asking me, there's really nothing special or unique about her that makes her stand out. I mean, she's okay in the ring. She's not like amazing. It is what it is. You know, she doesn't give anything. Like, it's just like, what is it that I'm screaming about? Why are you so hypey about this woman? I don't get it. Then Thea was able to pick up the win for her team, and of course Chase and Andre. Well, Andre Chase and Duke wanted to go out there to be by their side, and JC invited them to be out there, of course, to make it look like she was okay with it. And they was in her corner and they was like really impressed with how well and how aggressive Thea Hale has become. She cleaner in the ring, I'll tell you that. She's not as sloppy. She's tightened up. She looks better in the ring. The whole overtly feminine sexual thing that she keeps trying to do, I wish she would stop because I feel like it's forced and it's not necessary. If it was something that she started doing like a gradual change of her own, I could kind of understand it and fuck with it, but it just seems weird seeing her do all of this shit. It's just like, girl, be yourself, girl. Be a star, like they say in the WWE. Be a star. Don't be baby JC. Like, what the fuck? I haven't paid Lola much attention. Pretty girl, but they got tons of them in NXT. That's kind of the point that I'm making. Lola is the UFC bitch, right? Yeah, but I mean, even that don't make her stand out except for her striking. It's okay. There's not really much to her, if I'm being fair. Now the show opened up with Ilya, and Ilya was, well, the show didn't open up with Ilya. That's not true. Ilya was talking, got the opportunity to go out there and address the crowd. So Ilya basically was like, I fulfilled my destiny. I went and acquired what I went after. It was a hard fight, and I respect Carmelo, and I was able to best him in the end. I almost wasn't able to walk out here, but I'm standing. I'm still standing, and I'm gonna be a fighting champion. So Carmelo came out there and basically, this was after Trick came out there, and Trick, kind of was seeming like he was like, "Yo, my man's is not gonna just take this line down. He gonna come back and get the title." But that's when Ilya stopped him and was like, "Nah, Trick, like real talk. I'm very proud of you. Like you was able to best Dominic and become a champion." And he was like, "I'm proud of you for that." That's when Carmelo came out, and it just seemed like it caused a little bit of discord and dissension between the two. So Carmelo did say some real shit. Carmelo was like, "You have to be very careful because going up against Dom, you're not going to be in this by yourself. So I'm going to be in your corner." That's when Dominic came out there. Well, Dominic came out before that. When Dominic was out there, he was talking a lot of cash shit. As Dominic was talking, Carmelo cut him off and was just like, "Fam, like, hey, don't listen to this motherfucker. You need somebody in your corner. I'm gonna be in your corner because they don't travel alone. They travel in packs, my G." Of course, Trick got goaded, and he ended up losing his championship because of it. Um, Now before that, there was a few things that we saw that's just giving so much mess. Now, the women came out there and opened up the show. Becky opened up the show. Becky basically is like, "I can't fight today, but I'll be ready to go by Monday, which is when I will wrestle Tegan Knox. And then I'm looking forward to Halloween Havoc because I can defend my title on the first night of Halloween Havoc." This led to Lyra Valkyria coming out there, blowing smoke up Becky's ass. Essentially, I'm just gonna call it like a Ti is. Indy came out there, popped her shit. She was like, "I was champion. I won at Stand and Deliver, one of the biggest pay-per-views in NXT. I won. I was champ. I relinquished that championship due to being drafted and injured. I never lost my title." And I was like, "Period. Pop your shit." That's when Roxanne came out there. Roxanne said, "Listen, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm challenging your ass for that championship, and I'm telling you, I want my title back." Okay? Becky was like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You relax, you relax, you relax. Listen, everybody can't be with big time backs. I can only take one with me. So, y'all had yourselves a little triple threat. I'm going to sit over here and enjoy the match, and whoever wins, I will be seeing you at Halloween Havoc." So the match was on. Everybody fighting. It was a good match up until fuck ass Kiana decided to come in there and cost Roxanne an opportunity. So every time it never fails. For Roxanne to be such a boss bitch, she always find herself picking up the scraps. She ain't never the one in the main soup. She always the bread on the side, the neglected piece that fall under the plate when you eating at the restaurant and it touched the table, so you don't want to eat that nasty ass piece of bread. That's fuck ass Kiana.
Saying she the whole piece of bread.
No, because the whole piece is the butt end. Everybody touched the whole piece.
Yeah,
but that piece of bread that fall on the table when you at the restaurant, you eating, you throw that shit in the trash.
Yeah, but you touch the whole pieces, but you really don't want it. You just move it out the way.
Ain't nobody trying to touch fuck ass Kiana. You not where I'm at. You not where I'm at. Shit.
I like the whole piece better.
I'm not finna call Kiana no whole piece of bread because that she would have to be in the vicinity of the conversation. And she rarely ever is. Anyways. Y'all made me lose my train of thought. JC ain't got much style to be dressing nobody, so I don't really get that. Baby, I don't know. But her dressing stuff wasn't my issue. I didn't like the outfit she picked out for her, but she liked it, so whatever. But like I said, when it comes to Thea, it just seemed odd in the whole jiggling of the chest and swaying of the hips. Like that don't seem like that's Thea. It's just odd. It's an odd placement for her, and I don't like it. And I wish they would find something else for her. The flipping of the hair, and it's just like, girl, what are you doing? And why? For what? But okay, whatever. Let's get back to fuck ass Kiana. So she cost Roxanne her opportunity. This ended up resulting with Lyra Valkyria being the one to pick up the win in the triple threat. Now, Tegan went and got a good old blowout and a good flat iron and came out there and was like, yeah, before you even make plans for Halloween Havoc, just know you and I got a meeting Monday and I'm taking your championship. And we all know that's not true, Tegan. We all know that's not true, baby. You're not taking nothing but the crumbs. Okay? Yeah. Brooks was trying to touch Kiana, but he's quite literally the whole piece anyways. I don't know nothing about Brooks' dating history. I mean, that ain't got nothing. That ain't what I was making the point about. It still don't make her the whole end. It don't make her the end of the bread. She is the piece of bread that was on the table while you was eating, and you throw it away because you don't want to eat it. That's it. I don't want. We ain't gonna reassess it no further than where I said it. It is what I said it is. Anyways. They asked her bitch ass with her block ass eyebrows why she interfered in Roxanne's match or why she cost Roxanne the opportunity. Her reasoning is just as bogus as them fuck ass eyebrows she got. She said, I was in the breakout tournament, but everybody's talking about Roxanne. Ho, she won it. She won it. See, I knew Nicole would get where I'm coming from, okay? It's always one piece of bread that falls, Jared. Always. You don't even want to grab it. You just throw it in the trash. You'll eat the end piece. If you don't, everybody touch it. Don't nobody want to touch that dirty ass piece of floor bread. Don't nobody want that. Now, her name is what it is when I named her. It is what it is. She says, she goes on to further reiterate that everybody wants to talk about how Roxanne was the tag team champion. You know who else was the tag team champion? Me. Yeah, bitch, we know. And then you ended up costing yourself the bullshit because of your own actions. Everything that has happened to you has been your fault. You lost the breakout tournament. That ain't Roxanne's fault. You were a shitty tag team champion with Fallon. That ain't Roxanne's fault. And the only thing that you didn't mention that was very similar or parallel to Roxanne was the fact that your ass was a champion because you lost your opportunity to win that shit too. So I don't know where your issue is. Just tell everybody you jealous and you want her spot. Just tell everybody you tired of Roxanne getting the opportunities and you don't get the same. Just be honest. Just keep it all factual. Hold on, y'all.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve.
Anyways, so she was on the phone, standing there next to Mackenzie, rude ass bitch, and was basically having a whole conversation on her phone and was like, just make the deal happen. Thank you. Now, what's your question? It was like, girl, if you didn't want to stand there while she was trying to ask you something, why the fuck is you on your phone? See, Mackenzie real nice. Because I'd have been like, excuse me, blocky ass eyebrows. Hello, bitch. I know you hear me. Get the fuck off your phone while I'm trying to talk to you. Girl, before I slap the shit out your ass. Now, before you make me lose my religion. Bitch. Why you attack Roxanne like that? That would have been it. I don't like that hoe. I don't like her. I can't stand her. I don't like her. I don't like her. She's such a petty bitch, and I don't like her. So she told all of these half truths and bullshits about how she's sick of other people taking opportunities or whatever the fuck she said. And then she tells Mackenzie's like, well, it seemed like you basically proved your point. So what are you trying to prove now? And she was like, well, if Roxanne wants to have a match with me, she has to go and have a match with Asuka. And I was like, girl, okay, let me put this into perspective so I can understand it a little bit better. You, as a non-champion, never had been singles champion, probably won't get that singles champion for quite some time, is demanding that because you're above Roxanne, or seemingly somehow you believe you're on a higher level of Roxanne, even though Roxanne has attained the one thing in that particular part of the company that you yourself have never been able to touch, let alone come close to. You somehow have put yourself on a pedestal above Roxanne. Okay, fine. So she has to work to fight against you. Why? For what? What am I going to gain from beating you? Other than proving that I can beat you, which I don't need to prove that against Asuka. Asuka, one of the greatest women champions in NXT history, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. You, ma'am, are not even of that same caliber, let alone of the same cloth, bitch. How can you put yourself on a pedestal and then say, oh, yeah, first you got to beat Asuka, then you can come to me? What? Girl, is you smoking crack, bitch? Are you on that shit? Bitch, what the fuck? Who told you to say that? Who told you this was okay? Bitch, after let's say she beat Asuka. Let's say she beats Asuka. Girl, beating you's gonna be a walk in the fucking park. What did you think? What do you think you you are gonna prove with this?
No one Shawn Michaels the bullshit he just pulled. Roxanne to beat Oscar, and then she'll fuck around and lose to Kiana.
Shawn Michaels gonna have a lot of making up to do after this. I'm sorry. He is on my shit list right now. I just got to the point where I was like, you know what, Shawn Michaels is booking shit right. We love that for you, Shawn. But then you go and pull some shit like this. You're just disrespectful, honey. Anyways, next week, Roxanne has to go up against Oscar. I guess in order to compete against Kiana. I just want shit to make sense. That is all. Like, it would make sense to me if Kiana had a belt. Then I would be like, okay, well, she doing her heel shit. Whatever. That made sense if Dominic was champion and Dominic was like, I'll give Trick another shot, but he got to beat this person. All right, cool. Fully understand that too. They champions. Why wouldn't you want that, right? But bitch, you ain't even a step ahead of Roxanne. Not even close. Wowzers. Wowzers is all I can say. Like, wow. If Roxanne has to face Oscar, then Kiana Shafee has to face Miko Satomura and then Tiffany Stratton. Why are you throwing Tiffany Stratton in there? Bye too. He got me fucked up. I don't understand it. Rating on crack next week. All I'm gonna say is I knew Trick wasn't gonna hold him not holding the championship for a month. Him being champion for a month or two, I don't have no problem with that. But you talking 3 days? You knew he was gonna drop it after 3 days? 3 days? Okay, babe. It's the audacity. It's the audacity for me. You limp dick bitch. It is the audacity. Okay. She already lost to Tiffany Stratton, so why would you Aaliyah, you can have that. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care. Now, there are a few other things that have been shown on this show. Okay. First of all, John Cena called and talked to Carmelo. This was while Carmelo was in the parking lot right before Trick Williams' match against Dom happened. All right. John Cena called him and was like, you lose one, you pick yourself up, you keep on going. He was like, that's how I became a 15-time champion. Because you do have to lose 15 times in order to be champion 15 times. Okay. Check the receipts. Understand it. You gotta lose in order to be champion again. Okay. You just do. Oh, it's the facts. Like it's not like it's fucking rocket science, bro. Like, anyways. And Trick's like, John Cena's gonna be in my corner next week when he goes up against Brian Breaker. Now, Brian Breaker decided to have a conversation with with Carmelo. I'm sorry if I said Trick, I meant Carmelo. Brian Breaker tells Carmelo that he gotta harness all his anger and take it out on everybody because everybody deserves it, you know. And Carmelo is like, what are you talking about, fool? Like, what? Are you a psychopath? Are you crazy? Have you lost your fucking mind, bro? And he was like, I'm just telling you what you gotta do, like what I did. I understand where you coming from. He was like, nah, Trick is my man's. Like, that's my guy. He was like, oh yeah? Yeah, he's your guy. Well, where was your guy when you lost your championship? He was nowhere to be found, right? You was out there losing while he was in the back doing whatever. Yeah, I told you I knew what you was talking about. I told you I knew how you felt. No, you don't. No, you don't. You no, you don't. You pup you Paw Patrol looking bitch. No, you don't. No, you don't know. You don't know shit about shit. And I'll tell you why. Your punk ass has been coddled ever since you got there. Okay? Furthermore, I do not remember anybody, count them, anybody being in your fucking corner, whether you won or lost. You was by yourself. Let's just keep that clear. Okay. Number two, you was mad at the world, but you didn't make sure the person who took the championship from you didn't make sure you got it back. You lost twice to Carmelo. But you talk about you understand? You don't fucking understand. Carmelo beat Ilya when they first went up against each other. He did. That's not the same outcome that happened when you and Carmelo faced off against each other. All right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're a terrible champion, but to call yourself the most dominant NXT champion in history is a bit much. It's a bit of a reach, babe. Okay? Relax. Just like your ass need to relax on that motherfucking self-tanner you keep slathering on you every week. Every time I see you, you keep getting darker and darker, bitch. You toeing the line. I'm gonna need for you to fall back 50 feet. Okay? Relax. Step away from the Ric Flair tanning lotion, all right? It's not for you. All right? Let it go. Let it go. Because you're not bronzed. You borderline mixed. Afro-Latina, if you will. Okay? You need to relax on that shit, bro. Down. Every time I see you keep putting Just For Me in your beard and in your hairline keep getting darker and darker. Bitch, I know die when I see it. Stop playing with me. Stop it. I'm like, oh, you want to be a nigga. Everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga. You can't do that. Mind your business. Okay? Just scurry your ass in your corner and go sit on your little dog bed and be quiet. Wait for your doggy treat. Fuck ass Cora is around there somewhere. Tell her to come bring you your bowl and your doggy treat and mind your fucking business. Because grown people was having conversations and here you come inserting your bullshit onto Carmelo ain't have nothing to do with what was going on with you. You are a child, a petulant child. Children have temper tantrums when they can't get what they want. You telling this grown ass man, you got to harness all of that and then take it out on everybody. Look how it's worked out for you, bitch. You lost to fucking Baron Corbin. How you like them fucking apples? That made you feel good about yourself? You lost the Corbin on your fucking brand. This supposed to be your shit. This supposed to be your house. This the new reformed NXT. And you lost to a former NXT superstar. And one of the worst at that. And you got the audacity to be giving out advice? Advice on what? How to be a fucking loser? Okay. Whatever works for you, babe. Whatever makes you happy. Do you, love? Me personally, I wouldn't be hearing nothing Brian Breaker got to say. Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. Brian and his Oompa Loompa ass. And Baron Corbin beat your ass, I'd be like, get out of here. Hey, I know y'all in y'all feelings. That's my man y'all talking about. I could care less, Kayla. I don't care. It's giving bottom bitch. Well, to be fair, Tears, the only reason why Corbin beat Breaker was because Mr. Stone got involved. Otherwise, Breaker was whooping Corbin's ass. But I understand what you mean. No, he wasn't. No, that's not true. That whole match that was going back and forth, there were parts of that match that Brian Breaker was dominating, and there were parts of that match where Corbin had the upper hand. It just so happens toward the end, Robert Stone involved himself in the match because why? Brian Breaker was the one who put out Von Wagner. That's a fair assessment if you ask me. But we're not even just going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about all the other matches that the man has lost. Every feud that he has started, he has lost it since he has been going up against people after he lost his championship to Carmelo Hayes. It's like he has been literally losing his absolute mind. That's so trying to fuck up his thinking. Okay? The only thing that you can advise him on is how he can lose like a baby. How he can lose like a child. Okay? That's it. You don't have nothing to offer Carmelo. Absolutely nothing. I'm not finna listen to a man who literally is telling you to act like a grown man child because you cannot get your way. Boy, fuck you. I'd have just been like, boy, fuck you and everything you talk about. I'd have said that shit on television. Do not care. Because what? Sir, go to hell. I know that, but you know I'm being biased. That's why I said I don't care. I'll be honest. I don't. Sorry. He barely got involved, babe. Brian caught him. Brian caught him and threw him over the top rope. It was a distraction at best. And if he was that strong and that dominant, he could have kicked out of that End of Days. It wasn't the end of the world. People have kicked out of the End of Days before. So, absolutely not. I can't. I won't. I refuse. You can argue to the ends of the earth. Your man is a loser. Your man is a loser. Brian Breaker is a loser. Plain and simple. Anyways. Oh, Jamie Lynn Spears got voted off. Oh, well, that's unfortunate, I guess. I don't Well, anyways, back to real life, I guess. There's a few things that are going to be going down on NXT next week. Asuka's going to be there. John Cena is going to be there. And Cody Rhodes is going to be at NXT for a major announcement. A major announcement of what? What is going on? I just want to know what is happening. What are you doing? Why? Why? What are you doing, sirs and ma'ams? What are you doing? Just please, just tell me what is going on. I never thought Cody said he would never go back to NXT. Do you hear me? He said he would never go down there. And now his ass. What is going on? I don't even know what to say to any of this or how. I'm just trying to understand it. I'm just trying to make sense of it. Why? Why is he? What announcement did he need to make and make it at NXT of all places. Now, this is the house that his daddy built. And we all, like I said, Cody made it very clear that he never wanted to go to NXT. He said he didn't want to go there. He knew that he was well aware that people wanted to see him down there, but he never wanted to go there. And even after his father passed, he didn't want to go down there. And I'm just like, what? At least my man isn't a sore loser to the max like Gallus, I assume you're meaning. Specifically Joe Coffey with his Napoleon complex as your man's a loser. He's a loser of the worst kind because he can't be a loser alone. He has to bring other people down with him and be insufferable. So he's even worse. Sorry. Not sorry. He and Corey need to stop sharing tops. God. Cody probably announcing the Dusty Cup. I mean, fair. Wowzers. I don't really think that have anything to do with it. I don't think AEW being on Tuesday have anything to do with it. I mean, if it does, okay. I mean, you'll basically be competing against Edge and them, which if I'm being fair, that's not a strong competition. Of course, you're gonna pull views for Edge being there, but why are you worried? Like, why does it even matter? Just put on the show you were gonna put on. Gives a fuck. He said he would never go down there. If I said never again, I misspoke. He said he would never go. Okay. This is the stuff that was announced. Paul Heyman's gonna be in Braun Breaker's corner now. Don't nobody want to see your fat ass Pauline. Go home. Go home. Don't you got some shrimps and scrimps and scallops, mussels, clams, lobsters, king crab, shrimp, grapes, something that you can eat, charcuterie boards, bread, something you can snack on besides bringing your water-headed ass to NXT. I already had to deal with y'all on Fridays. There is a reason why I watch NXT. So I do not have to see main roster bullshit. 1 or 2 people showing up on NXT is all right with me. Especially when I feel like they not getting no shine on the main roster. But motherfuckers who already got shine, go home, Roger. Pauline, you can go. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. It was unnecessary. You don't need to be here. If you want to recruit Brian Breaker to be your guy, then go ahead. Shit. Do you. Make yourself happy. Do whatever makes you happy. I ain't even get to see this because after I turned off the TV right when I turned off the TV right when Trick lost. I was like, nope, don't need to see that. I'm good. Paul Heyman in these jowls. Look at this. Look at this. All right, y'all. I'm finna be done. Normally, I don't want to see Paul Heyman on NXT, but I can see a future alliance with Breaker when he comes to the main roster. I don't really care. I'm so unapologetically upset right now that nothing is sticking and it won't. I'm just not. So, like I said, Paul, you got Cody Rhodes coming to NXT next week, so he can make an announcement. It might be the Dusty tournament. The men's breakout tournament has to start at some point as well. So you got a lot that could happen. You got Oscar going up against Roxanne, and like I said, thick ass Pauline has decided that, since Carmelo has somebody in his corner of value, that he could offer his services to Braun Breaker. Yeah, like stealing money and, not paying people their money on time and, shit like that. Paul Heyman said that Roman was going to be in Braun corner. No, he not. His ass is going to be in his corner. He not going to be in the corner. It's going to be Paul. No, I think he said Roman allowed him to be in Braun's corner. Roman Reigns is not bringing his bad ass back to NXT. He just not. So y'all can hang that up. He is on a month-long vacation and been on vacation. Anyways. Yeah, so they got the infographics up on the internets for everybody to see. Oh, Edge is having his first match in AEW against Luchasaurus. I guess. I'm gonna be honest, I don't I don't want to see that. So sure, live your best life. Listen, I'm gonna go. There's nothing else to talk about. We are done. We're done. If Roman was gonna be in Braun's corner, I think they would have advertised. He isn't. There's no need to have this conversation or debate. There's the pay. There's your infographic. That is Paul Heyman. That is not Roman Reigns. It is Paul Heyman. Everybody clear on who's in whose corners. Paul is in Braun's. John Cena is in Carmelo's. Everybody's happy. Amazing. Love that for you. Okay. I'm going to go. You guys enjoy your night. And I'll be back live tomorrow, I think. Maybe. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. If I go live tomorrow, I might. So, yeah.